Hey Jake, have you ever noticed how many different types of questions there are in English?
Oh, totally. English is full of them. Which type do you find most interesting?
I think tag questions are pretty fun. They can make a statement sound like a question, can't they?
Yes, they can. Like, you're coming to the party, aren't you? It's a neat way to confirm information.
Exactly. And they make conversations more interactive. Do you use them often?
I try to, but sometimes I get confused with the negative and positive tags. You don't, do you?
Haha, sometimes I do. But it's all about practice, right? What about you? Any favorite question types?
I like rhetorical questions. They're great for making a point without expecting an answer. Pretty cool, huh?
Definitely. They add a dramatic touch to conversations. Do you have an example?
Sure, like, who doesn't love weekends? It's obvious everyone does, so it doesn't need an answer.
Good one. And they're useful in speeches too. Makes you sound thoughtful and persuasive.
Absolutely. Another one I find interesting is indirect questions. Do you know what those are?
Yes, like when you say, "Could you tell me where the nearest cafe is?" instead of just "Where is the nearest cafe?"
Exactly. They're more polite and often used in formal situations. It's fascinating how a small change can make a big difference.
Speaking of which, do you think using different types of questions can improve our communication skills?
Definitely. It makes conversations more dynamic and engaging. Plus, it shows a good command of the language.
I agree. And it's fun to experiment with different types. Do you have any tips for practicing them?
One thing I do is listen to podcasts or watch shows in English. They use a variety of questions naturally, so it's great practice.
That's a good tip. I also like to write down different types of questions and try to use them in conversations.
Smart. And practicing with friends can make it less intimidating and more enjoyable.
Totally. It's all about making learning fun, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of fun, have you ever tried making up silly questions to practice?
Haha, I have. Like, if you could be any fruit, what would you be and why?
That's a good one. I'd probably be a pineapple. They're sweet and a little prickly, just like me.
Haha, nice choice. I'd be a strawberry. Sweet, small, and loved by everyone.
Perfect. See, even silly questions can be a great way to practice.
Definitely. And they can lighten up any conversation.
So, Emma, do you think asking questions is more important than answering them?
That's a good question. I think both are important. Asking questions shows curiosity and engagement, while answering them shows understanding.
True. But sometimes, asking the right question can lead to deeper insights and learning.
Very true. It's like opening a door to new knowledge. What's your favorite question to ask someone you just met?
I like to ask, what's something you're passionate about? It gets people talking about what they love.
That's a great one. Mine is, if you could travel anywhere right now, where would you go?
Nice! It's always fun to hear about people's dream destinations. Have you noticed any patterns in the answers?
Yes, a lot of people say places with beaches or historical significance. How about you?
Same here. It's interesting to see what places inspire people. Do you think certain questions can reveal a lot about someone's personality?
Definitely. Questions about values, preferences, and experiences can tell you a lot about a person.
Agreed. And sometimes, the way they answer can be just as revealing.
True. Body language and tone of voice can add another layer of meaning.
Speaking of which, have you ever asked a question and gotten a surprising answer?
Oh, many times. Once I asked someone what their favorite book was, and they said a cookbook. It was unexpected but interesting.
Haha, that's unique. Shows you how diverse people's interests can be.
Exactly. It's all about being open to different perspectives.
For sure. And sometimes, asking a simple question can lead to a fascinating conversation.
Absolutely. Questions are like keys that can unlock new ideas and connections.
Well said. Do you think there are any questions we should avoid asking?
Yes, definitely. Personal questions about finances or sensitive topics can make people uncomfortable.
Agreed. It's important to be respectful and considerate. Do you have any advice for handling tough questions?
I think it's best to stay calm and honest. If you don't know the answer, it's okay to say so.
Good point. And sometimes, it's better to redirect the conversation if it gets too uncomfortable.
Yes, exactly. It's all about maintaining a positive and respectful dialogue.
Couldn't agree more. So, Emma, what's one question you've always wanted to ask but never did?
That's a tough one. Maybe, what's your biggest dream? It's a deep question but can lead to amazing stories.
That's a great question. It can definitely lead to some inspiring conversations.
For sure. Maybe I'll start asking it more often.
Go for it. And who knows, you might get some incredible answers.
I hope so. Thanks for the chat, Jake. It's been really insightful.
Anytime, Emma. Let's do this again soon.
Definitely. See you later, Jake.
Bye, Emma.